Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. This is Average Joe Day Trader, and my name is Josh. If you've been following along so far, you know that every video that we make is basically to talk about the best day trade stocks. Now, again, this is just my opinion, and I am not a financial advisor, so this is not financial advice. But I'm going to share with you guys the stocks that I'm looking at that work the best for me, that I'm able to make money in, quick ins and outs, sometimes riding throughout the day, but are the best, really, in my opinion, day trading stocks. If you're planning to live in a stock, to purchase it long term, to hold shares, then this might not be the video for you. But I do have one specific stock I wanted to share with you that is more of a long-term hold, and we'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, we're just going to jump right into the charts. Let's take a look together. So what you guys are going to see, first thing I wanted to show you is this morning, actually something pretty awesome happened to me. And that is a stock called DATS. It's Data Chat or Dat Chat Incorporated. And Dat Chat Incorporated is a stock that group of the guys that I hang out with in Discord, we traded it a long time ago, and we actually traded it so much in and out that several of us actually ended up bag holding because the stock dropped out and it did not recover. And so I'm going to show you today on the 30-minute, and we'll go to 15 and 1, but on the 30-minute, basically what happened today. So as the stock moved, you can see that we were pretty relatively flattened out at $2.35. Matter of fact, we came out of pre-market on a red candle, opened up at $2.29, and then this thing just exploded. Okay. Now let me go to the 1 minute and kind of share with you exactly what that looked like, because it was it was a wild ride. All right, so let me get you to it. All right, here we go. So this thing literally opened up, and let me make sure I'm on the right one here. Yeah. Okay. Hit this red, $2.90 roughly. Okay. And worked its way up and just kept flying. Now remember, this is the minute chart. So this is minute by minute. And it kept going all the way to $5 and roughly 69 cents. And guess what, guys? I wasn't following this stock. I wasn't watching this stock. I was in another stock and I was waiting for my entry point when the guy started screaming, "Dats, Dats, guys, jump in Dats. Go, you got to look at that." So I jumped back in and already on the way down and literally got to about, yeah, I'd say about $4 and 53 cents. And I'm like, okay, not a big deal. Well, then it started running back up. So I let this bad boy run back up, went up to 593, hit this monster red candle, and by the time my order filled, I closed out at $5.22. Now, what I want to share with you guys is that I was in it at $3.43 and had literally been living at the $2 range for a long time. Okay, $2.22. $2.48. I mean, like, I held on to this thing. I'm not one of those guys that is going to sell my stock. Yeah, I'm gonna hold it and I'm gonna be stubborn and I'm gonna hold on to it until it's ready to go. Well, fortunately, this morning it was ready to go and it hit all the way up there and I sold out at $5.22. So maybe this is you, maybe this is a story for you guys. Maybe you were in it as well. I don't know, but I figured I'd share it with you. And then it dropped all the way back down, $3.83, and it closed out tonight. Let's see, it closed out at about $3.86, and it's got some, some post market activity. Got up to $4.22. Still kind of running through, but it's at about $3.92 now. But anyway, fun stock. It was actually an exciting ride to finally get it, one, above my average per share, and two, to actually make some money on it. All right, second thing I want to share with you guys is another really good stock to consider, and it's one that I will often get in and out of to take a look at, and sometimes trade it myself. I've got one I trade every day, but this one sometimes trade myself, and that's Serve Robotics. Again, guys, not financial advice, just my opinion. And I'm not, if you want to research these companies, please do your homework and take a look at them before you jump into anything. with your hard-earned money. But I'm sharing with you personally, I've had good experience with Serve Robotics, and it's a good company. It's been around. It's not going anywhere. But anyway, so let's go to the 30-minute chart, and I'm just going to kind of show you. Trend on this chart is a little bit volatile right now with the way the market conditions are. We've had some pretty strong down days. But here's the thing, this stock, what I generally find in my 30-minute trend is that it typically runs down 2 days, okay? And then I'll run up. So for example, okay, this right here is February 21st. Pretty much had a down run day. I would not day trade this stock because it's on a consistent moving down. And then what do you see the next day? Opened up, horrible monster red candle. Had a tiny slight uptick, right? So that's opened up $10.57, closed out at $11.01. So I mean, you could have made 40 some odd cents in this right alone if you're quick enough and you know your candles to get in and out. Once you hit the red candle, get out of it. But then again, it spent the rest of the day running down. So you got 1 day, 2 days, and then here, okay, hit hard, and then it had a good little bit of an up. All right, so if you come here, it opened up at 955, dropped down, opened at 947. You get in here, you work your way up here, closed at 973. Okay, 20 some odd cents in there, and then we work our way to the end of the market, come down again, down day, again, down day, and then solid up day. Okay, down day, then kind of down through pre-market, and then solid up. Okay, so generally this stock for me runs 2 days down, 1 day up. There are some days in here you see that there's 2 days up, but you just have to understand the condition of the stock, and it's a great one to get in and out of. Research Serve Robotics. Take a look, see if it works for you. The next one I wanted to share with you guys is one that a lot of people tell me I'm crazy. I don't buy this to live in it, guys. Listen, I actually, there's a lot of guys on YouTube that talk about, oh, I've got a Ferrari, I just bought a new Lamborghini, I just bought this Mercedes, I got all these cool cars, and it's because I'm making all this money. Okay, cool. Well, guess what? You got payments. You're making car payments. I don't have a car payment. I've got a fully paid off 2017 F-150 King Ranch and a fully paid off 2023 Mazda CX-50 Platinum, right? Both beautiful vehicles. We maintain them well. That's my wife's vehicle. No payment. Okay, so I get to use that monthly payment that other guys are using for Lamborghinis and Ferraris and Mercedes and whatever to look awesome on YouTube. I get to trade that every day and make more money. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know how I got on that tangent, guys, but I just figured I would share that with you. So the next one I want to share with you is Ford. Okay, symbol F. And there's a lot of good news for Ford, some positive news for Ford. But the truth is that Ford really doesn't move. I actually was watching a news video from 2019, 2020, when the stock was like $6. Okay. Well, here we are, and I'm not in it yet here. I got to get to it. My F symbol for Ford. Today, it sits at basically, let's see where we're at, where we close. To the end of my charts. Okay. Right now we're at $10.27, guys. Ford Motor Company. You're going to tell me Ford, we can't do better than $4 in the last like 6-7 years. Okay. Anyway, the reason why I'm sharing Ford Motor Company with you is because I love it as a day trade stock, because it's a slow mover. It has volume, right? I mean, it gets up a little bit in volume. I think the closing bell, we had about anywhere from $4 million to $17 million, $17 million volume on this candle before we closed the market today. So it's got some decent volume. People buy it, and you can see from my MACD that when it runs up, it runs pretty hard, but it's not big dollars, guys. Okay, let's go back here. Let's take a look. The one thing I can say about Ford is it's got some down days, but if you understand and follow the trend, you've got some good up momentum. Okay, so like look here, had a hard drop red, similar to another stock I love, and then it spent pretty much the rest of the day on and up. And this is $9.52 opening and close at this candle $9.67. So like I said, it's not big money, but a little bit safe. Next day opened up $9.57, ran all the way up green to $9.93. That's a lot better. But then look at this hard drop, guys. If you didn't get out at this top and read it, that candle took you all the way back down to $9.81. And that's okay. Listen, that may happen. To get in at $9.57 and still get out at $9.81 is a decent profit. Again, depending on how many shares you buy, but a very good stock trade, day trade stock. And as you guys are looking at my chart, if you didn't know this, if you haven't listened to my videos before, this is the S&P 500. This is SPY. I always have the verses of, and you can do that in Webull right here. You do verses and you compare it. I always have the SPY chart to show me what is SPY doing, because a lot of these stocks generally run with the SPY. And if you notice, Ford runs almost parallel to the SPY. And you can watch that, watch your MACD and your signal lines, watch your volume, and understand the candles to get in for a good entry point and get out. But anyway, Ford it's a good one. So another good day trade stock. And obviously research, do your own homework. Okay. The other one I wanted to share with you is the one I day trade every single day. And if you've watched my other videos, you know, I love to talk about it. The guys in my Discord named me this stock, which is funny, and I'll show that to you in a minute. But it's APLD, it's Applied Digital, and I love this stock. And I'm going to tell you, this stock threw me for a loop yesterday and today, which is totally fine because it's actually bringing me back to what my actual trend is on this stock. And like I've shared in the other videos, this trend runs pretty much on a 30-day. It has an up day, it has a down day. It has an up day, it has a down day. It has an up day, it has a down day. And some days it goes down and it goes up. But the last 3 days have really been crazy in this stock. Okay. So we had our down day, and then we opened the market and we got in at $7.47 when we opened, and this thing ran all the way up before the market closed to $7.99. This stock generally runs from about $6.35 to $7.60, and now it's up closer to $8. And this stock used to be at $11, so it's got room to go up, but it ran up nice post-market closing and pre-market. It came down a little bit, and then it ran back up some more, and then it opened up this morning. And honestly, I wouldn't have touched this thing with a 10-foot pole, except what I was looking at today was some of these little upswings. And so I did jump in this upswing right here at 7. I got in at 744, somewhere in here, and ran it up and closed at 786. So I made some money in it today. And then I bought more shares. And to be honest with you, I held them because I didn't like them how the market looked. It continued to come down. You go to the 1 minute and you just sort of saw this, you know, this sort of like down, then up, then down, and a little, and then sideways, and then down, and then up. But it's doing what it normally does in the post market, and that's pretty much running horizontal. And tomorrow morning, I'm almost positive, because if you look at what it's doing right now with MACD, max up, signals up, big volume for the middle of the night. Well, very small volume, but showing as if there's strong volume, and it's going to run up in the morning. So I'm not worried about this one. I actually bought the stock intentionally, knowing that it's going to run up tomorrow morning, because generally every day, if it's down, it runs up. If it's up, it runs down. So anyway, APLD, take a look at it. By far my favorite stock. I love to trade the stock, love the company, love what's going on with it. And if you hadn't heard me say it before, NVIDIA owns about 3.5% of APLD, which accounts for $53 million in shares. So it's a lot bigger than it sounds at 3.5%, but very good stock, very good stock. So take a look at it. Lastly, okay, these are the day trade stocks. Lastly, I wanted to share one thing with you guys, and we are going to pull it up. There is a stock. I am not in it. I hesitated to get into it, but I am going to buy some of this tomorrow. And this is going to be a long hold stock for me. I've got Tesla, I've got NVIDIA, I've got AMD. I've got some of the bigger stocks. I've got some Alphabet, and I'm holding these stocks long term. That is in my long term portfolio. I have no plans to do anything with those stocks unless they blow up 500%. I may sell and wait for the retest and then get back in. But the one stock I want to share with you is Palantir. Okay. Now, hear me out on this, guys. Palantir was running, and I don't even know where to get you guys to it here because it wasn't too far back, but it was before this craziness going on with tariffs and all that. Palantir was running, let's see, 37, 40, 44, 48, 67, 72, 82, 84. Okay. $112, $125. This is about the high mark, February 18th, 125.41. Now, analysts tell us that this stock average is about $92. Palantir is right now at, let's see, where is my right now? $96.40. Okay. $96.40. Post market, we're at $96.40. This stock has room to go. Now, here's what I'm telling you. A lot of guys were telling me, Josh, buy Palantir, buy Palantir. And it was down here in the 70s. And I'm like, I'm not going to buy Palantir. I'm already got a very full portfolio. I don't need any more stocks to kind of run down and have to wait a long time to run up. It's in my retirement. I get it. I didn't buy any. My friends loaded up. They've got a ton of this stock, and good for them because they're at from $71 on March 12th to basically $96 on March 25th. Okay. That's like 13 days. In 13 days, this stock basically went up 32%. That's a pretty good return on investment, guys. So here's what I'm telling you. I'm going to buy some Palantir. Do whatever you want to do. I'm going to buy some Palantir and I'm going to hold it. And maybe 6 months, a year from now, it'll be up past the 125. Maybe not, but I'm going to buy some and hold some because I think it's a good investment. Palantir is a great company, and do your own research, do your own homework. But Palantir is basically a company that takes all the information and they put it through their computers. And whether it's the Secret Service or some sort of public company or a privately held company or government, whatever it is, they basically scrub data and they put all their data in, and then they give you back. They feed you information back to what the data shows. Amazing company. So that would be my long term for you guys to consider. So Serve Robotics, DATS was awesome. Serve Robotics, Ford, APLD. Take a look at those guys. Last video we talked about SoundHound. Still great. Look at SoundHound, guys. Great day trade stocks. If you don't know your candlesticks, go to my first video. I linked 2 awesome training videos in there. Teaches you exactly what you need to know about candlesticks, entry and exit points. And guys, that's it. Let's continue to get rich together. Thank you for being part of this. Thank you for joining. We ask you to subscribe, hit the like, and hit that post notification bell so that way you're notified the next time and every time we post another video. Peace out.